everyone, I'm Megan, your Reference and Adult Services Librarian at the Ames Free Library. Whether you've made a resolution to read more in 2021 or you're just looking to add some variety to what you've been reading lately, join us for the Winter Reading Bingo Challenge. There are bingo cards for readers of all ages, and the more you read, the more chances you have to earn special limited edition library buttons. The program runs through March 20th, so join us today and start reading. Today, I want to recommend a few books to read for two of the categories on the adult bingo card. Read a book set in the future, or read a fantasy or science fiction book. Now, there are a lot of titles that would fall under the umbrella for either one of these categories. Some you are probably really familiar with, like The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin, 1984 by George Orwell, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, The Martian by Andy Weir, or The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. But the first title I want to recommend is an absolute classic, and it is The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. Now, this is a novella that was first published in 1895, and it follows a time traveler who visits the year 800 and 2701 AD. And during his travels, he uncovers what humanity has become at that time. The Time Machine has served as inspiration for many adaptations and future titles in the genre. And it's a great pick if you want to see where the genre got started, and also if you're looking for something a little bit shorter to read, because it is a novella. The next title I want to recommend is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin, and this was one of the biggest fantasy and sci-fi releases of 2020. N.K. Jemisin is an award-winning and critically acclaimed author. All three of the novels in her Broken Earth trilogy won the Hugo Awards for Best Novel in the years that they were released. But The City We Became is the first in a new series from Jemisin, and it was released in 2020. And it takes place in a universe in which major cities around the world become sentient through human avatars. And the avatars of the 5 boroughs of New York City come together to fight a common enemy. This book received rave reviews and starred reviews from major publications, including Library Journal. So if you want to read something from one of the biggest names in the genre, definitely check this one out. The next title I want to recommend is a brand new one, and it is a fairy tale retelling called The Charmed Wife by Olga Grushin. Now, The Charmed Wife follows Cinderella, who followed all of the rules and married her Prince Charming. But after 13 and a half years and 2 kids, she is not living her happily ever after. So she sneaks out of the palace to visit a witch who creates love potions. But Cinderella doesn't visit her for a love potion. She visits her because she wants Prince Charming dead. A blurb from the Library Journal review says that this is an absorbing study of marriage, divorce, self, and responsibility, threaded with numerous retold fairy tales and rendered in prescient, gorgeous language. So if you are a fan of fairy tale retellings, or if you're just not looking for science and space, give this one a try. If you're a fan of space operas, or you think you might be, try out The Vanished Birds by Simon Jimenez. This 2020 release follows a solitary ship captain and a mute boy who form a makeshift family. Kirkus Reviews says that this is the best of what science fiction can be, a thought-provoking, heart-rending story about the choices that define our lives. That's all I have for today, but don't forget that there's always great resources available for you on the AFL website. Head over there and fill out our Reader's Advisory form to get personalized recommendations based on books, TV shows, and movies you already love. In the links below, you'll find information about Winter Reading Bingo, all of the titles we chatted about today, and more. Thanks, and happy reading!